If you're running a manufacturing business, you know that scaling up in this digital age is, well, it's the name of the game. But where do you even begin? Today, we're going to dive deep into the single most powerful tool for your growth strategy, B2B portals. Let's jump right in.
All right, let's just start with a number that should really make you sit up and pay attention. $36 trillion. Yeah, you heard that right. That is the projected size of the B2B e-commerce market by 2026. We're not just talking about growth here. This is a massive, seismic shift in how business is done.
And that brings us to the most important question of all. With that much money flowing around, are you positioned to grab your slice of the pie? Because let's be honest, if you're not playing in this space, you are absolutely leaving a ton of revenue on the table.
So, how do you actually tap into this gigantic market? Well, the answer is B2B portals. You can think of them as the key, the solution that unlocks all of that global growth we were just talking about. These are the digital superhighways built specifically for manufacturers like you.
So, what are they exactly? A B2B portal is not your typical consumer website. No, this is a dedicated online marketplace. It's built for big, bulk orders, for custom pricing, and for the kind of long-term, contract-based relationships that really drive your business. This is where the serious players, manufacturers, wholesalers, retailers all connect.
So why bother? Well, for manufacturers, it really boils down to three huge advantages. First up, a much, much wider buyer reach. I mean, just imagine connecting with distributors all over the world without having to pay for a massive international sales team. Second, you get to streamline your entire order management process. We're talking about automating everything from quotes to purchase orders to invoicing all in one place. And third, you build up your brand's credibility on a huge scale. Having verified listings and glowing buyer reviews, that builds trust way faster than any cold call ever could.
Okay, so you're probably thinking, I'm in. But hold on, not all portals are created equal. Before you jump in head first, you need a checklist, a way to figure out which platform is actually the right fit for your business. So let's build that list right now.
Here are 5 features that are absolutely non-negotiable. First, verified profiles. This is critical for filtering out the time wasters and making sure you're dealing with legit buyers. Second, you need controls for custom pricing and minimum order quantities. MOQs. Because in manufacturing, one size definitely does not fit all. Third, a built-in request for quotation system, or RFQ. That's how you handle all those complex custom orders efficiently. Fourth, if you want to sell globally, cross-border and currency support is a must-have. It just makes international logistics and payments smooth. And finally, don't sleep on buyer analytics. These insights can tell you what people are searching for and can help shape your entire product strategy.
All right, with that checklist in hand, let's take a little tour of the B2B landscape. We're going to look at the global giants, the powerful regional players, and even a few up-and-comers you should definitely have on your radar.
Right at the top, you've got the two titans, Alibaba and Amazon Business. Think of Alibaba as the undisputed king of global sourcing. It's perfect if you're making high-volume industrial goods and want to reach millions of buyers in nearly every country on Earth. Amazon Business, on the other hand, is all about leveraging that massive brand trust for products that are ready to go. If your goods are packaged and ready for a business customer, think tools or office supplies, this is your fast lane to millions of customers who already love and trust Amazon.
But it's not just about the giants. You've got these really powerful regional champions too. If your main market is India, for example, IndiaMart is the absolute leader there. For industrial suppliers trying to crack the North American market, ThomasNet has been the go-to directory for decades. And if you're an Asian manufacturer aiming for those premium Western buyers, Global Sources has carved out a fantastic niche by focusing on high-quality, curated listings.
And hey, don't forget the new kids on the block. You should definitely keep an eye on platforms like Vyaaparone, which is building a great reputation on having a really strict supplier verification process. And then there's eWorld Trade, which is a really smart, cost-effective way to get your name out there and tap into growing markets in the Middle East and Asia.
Okay, I know. That was a lot of information. So how do you take all of that and actually make the right choice for your business? Well, this is your playbook. This is how you make it happen.
It really all comes down to asking yourself 4 simple questions. First, where are your target buyers? Don't just pick a platform, pick a market. Go where your ideal customers are already shopping. Second, what's your product category? Some platforms are great for electronics, others for heavy machinery. You have to align your specialty with theirs. Third, what's your budget? You got to balance the high fees of some big platforms with the potentially amazing ROI you can get from a more focused regional player.
And finally, how do you handle orders? If you do a lot of custom work, a platform with a great RFQ system is an absolute must.
And I want you to remember this one key thing, which is captured perfectly in this quote. Success here isn't just about picking the right platform. It's about how you show up. The manufacturers who are growing the fastest aren't always the ones with the deepest pockets. They're the ones with the best-looking listings and the fastest response times. Speed and quality. Those are your secret weapons.
So, there you have it. You now have a map of the B2B landscape and a playbook to help you succeed. The only question left is, which portal are you going to conquer first?